Started.
Cepheid. I like the variables. I have played them before. Let's see. Against e4, I played Sicilian, King's Gambit, Slav, French. Let's try the counter. Center counter. Okay. Knight f6, intending to recapture on d5 with the knight. Wondering. The normal move here is just d4. If you play c4, then black can play either c6 or e6, making it a gambit. And knight f3 is a fine move too. d4 will usually be played eventually anyway. Yep, and then you can do this pin. And normal move here is just bishop e7, e2, bishop e2 blocking that. I could just take. Now let's keep the pin on this time. I think last time I had a similar position. I played bishop f5 last time. Let's try bishop h5. And I'm not going to play g6. I'm going to play e6 for the dark squared bishop. And then I'm going to try for a later c5, my usual plan. e6, bishop e7, castles, c5. So, yeah, kick the knight right away. Why not? Gain a tempo. I think I'm going to castle kingside, so I want my pieces back over here for king safety. I still want to get in the move e6 here. White's got quite a bit more space somehow. Development is about equal. 2 pieces to develop to 2 pieces. Had to waste a move so my bishop could develop and I could castle. But he's got to develop his bishop before he can castle too. So should be maintaining par as far as development goes. I can throw in bishop b4 check maybe. Not with the queen there, however. Okay, maybe queen c8. I want to defend this pawn. I don't want to play b7. And if he checks, I'll play knight d7. But otherwise, I'll play bishop e7 and castle. There we go. So, what now for white? Yeah. He's got a decent position. Both sides have castled. White has more space. And he's got his queen developed to a nice square. Now, can I play c5? That's a question. c5. If he plays dc, I can play bishop takes, queen takes. And he can grab the b pawn. So maybe I have to play, after all of that, maybe I have to play b6 anyway, just to support c5. Annoyingly. If he moves this knight, I can take the bishop. That's not protected, so this knight is sort of stuck here. He should probably just develop his rooks. That's what white should do here, I would guess. Rook to e1 or rook to c1. Yeah, good square. Now I can play c5, and then I can play my knight to c6 unless he plays d5. So pawn takes, bishop takes, queen takes. Seems fine. I have a majority on the king side, and he has a majority on the queen side. And the game continues. So I think the more interesting move here is d5, d4 to d5. Takes, knight takes. It's a pawn sack. But my pieces look somewhat uncoordinated to me, so maybe there's a way. Oh, it's not a pawn sack. The queen's defending it. So takes. It gives him an isolated pawn and leaves me somewhat backward in development. So is there some move I can play here to attack? I mean, this is almost loose. I've already got one piece attacking it. I just need another piece to attack it, like the queen. Queen e8, queen d8, queen d7. On d7, the queen is where the knight wants to go. I still have this problem that the knight hasn't developed. I could ignore the pawn for now and just play knight to d7, but then the queen's kind of stuck over here. So queen f5, he could play g4. Okay. Let's stop fooling around and get the knight out. Maybe I could play rook to d1 and develop pressure that way. Rook d8. If he ever gets his queen out of the way, he can play the move b4 and take advantage of this pin on the c-pawn. The rook is attacking my queen. Yes, here. If I go queen to b7, he's going to push the pawn. Okay, the rook on the e-file is indirectly attacking his bishop, which is loose on e2. So if he plays pawn here, if he plays pawn to e6, I can take the pawn, bishop takes, and then rook takes bishop, I think, and win a pawn. He's still got this pin on the c-file, and he's got a bishop here on e6, which is somewhat annoying. Okay, but he decided to defend his bishop. So now I can't take. I want to take this guy and then play my knight up, but I guess I can't do that. Queen here, that's what I can play. Oh no, but the knight can just take it, or the bishop. Pawn there attacking the queen, I was thinking, but that doesn't work because it's multiply protected against that. Okay, I'm going to move my bishop out of the way so this knight can go to h4, h5, and harass his bishop. And maybe my other knight can come into f6. Knight h4, and knight h5, knight f6. Knight h5, bishop retreats, knight f6. If he pushes the pawn, I can play bishop f8. Yeah, that's good. Defend the pawn that way. I need to make some space for my pieces, though. So knight h4, just kick his bishop. Here's a problem. After knight f6, knight h5, bishop there, knight f6, he can play on g4 again, hitting my knight, and it has no square to go to. Okay, so how about h6, the idea of playing bishop to
server announcement.
g5. h6, bishop g5, knight takes, pawn takes. At least I'm just in a cramped position. I need to make some space for myself here. Also need to keep f7 defended. He's got a queen and bishop lined up on it. So when he pushes here, it would be a double attack. Oh, now that's sneaky. He's going to take my bishop. Oh, but it's not good. It's just a loose piece. Well, you can see his logic. If he could trade off my bishop, then he would have this threat of pushing the pawn with a double attack on my bishop on e7 and the pawn on f7 without this bishop here to defend f7. But that was a mistake, probably. He could still try. Yeah, to hit my bishop. So I wanted to go here with the bishop anyway. So I'm hitting his rook, and I'm hoping he will just trade. And then maybe I can get my knight to... No, I still can't play.
Check.
Okay, queen there. Yeah, I want to play knight to e5, and I just can't seem to get it in. Okay, let's get back here. Back to the d file. I'm covering this square c7 where the bishop might want to invade. Now maybe it's possible to play this knight to f6. If he plays g4, I have the move knight f4. So knight f6 and knight f4 ganging up on the d-pawn. That's a plan. And maybe even bishop to... yeah, knight f6 would support bishop to e4. Okay, he's running low on time too. Well, it's just hard to find a plan. I can't really blame him. Piece down. My pieces are somewhat bunched up and awkward over here, but I don't see an immediate way for him to take advantage of it. So he did finally push on there. Now, can I play bishop to here? Bishop f4, attacking his pawn, attacking the bishop. If he trades and pushes, or just pushes, I'll trade, and then I'll take. Hopefully that's okay. Okay, he decided to take. And now he can just push, and if I take, he can put a rook on it, pinning it. Annoyingly pinning it. So this is a strong pawn here, but he's too low on time to Too low on time to be effective here. Going after the bishop again, huh? Okay, so this pawn is pinned, so the bishop is really undefended there. Oh, but it's defended by the knight. So I can actually grab here. And if knight takes bishop, knight takes knight. You can harass the queen. Yeah, it's defended there. Just see if I can get the queen to a better square. He's still very low on time.
White forfeits on time.
Yeah, but really he lost because he dropped a piece there. So I'm going to go ahead and upload this anyway if it comes out. I played 2 other games, and there was problems with the recordings both times. So if I can get a complete recording, I will definitely upload this game. See you guys later. Bye.